On today's episode, I'm going to show you my favorite clones. It's going to be a good one. Why did you create me? Somebody had to answer all the emails. I'm an abomination. Before we get into this episode, we need to define what a clone is because it's a really confusing subject for a lot of people, and I have future episodes planned out to talk about this in more detail. But for today, let's define clone as this: any pedal that is directly copying another pedal's circuit, or any pedal that is designed or inspired by another pedal's sound or circuit. And these may have tweaks or small improvements as notified by the builder. Also, if you hear some overdrive and you don't see an overdrive pedal, it's a Morning Glory. I have it down on the floor in front of me. And if you hear some echo or delay and we're not playing a delay pedal, it is the Lucky Cat delay. Not super important, but I want you to know what you're hearing as you watch this video. Let's get with it. On this first one, you need to buckle up your safety belts because it's gonna get dangerously confusing. You ready? It is the Park Sound Fuzz. Let me tell you the backstory. In 1965, Jim Marshall enters a distribution agreement with Marshall Amps, and the agreement is vague enough so that it allows him to still have another amp company on the side, and it was Park Sound. And they made a tone bender. So Sola Sound made that tone bender for them. In the same exact case, it is in fact a direct clone of this pedal, but this isn't where it stops. The company dissolved in '82 and then recently got back together, and then Earthquaker cloned this pedal in cooperation with the new Park company that originally just had a clone of the Sola Sound tone bender. So yes, this is the Earthquaker Devices Park Sound Fuzz, which is a clone of my favorite tone bender, the MK3. Thanks so much for watching that really horrible and kind of amusing version of You Really Got Me. I hope you enjoyed it. Now to clone number 2. It is the Analog Man chorus pedal. So in the late 1970s, we see the small clone released by Electro-Harmonix, and it's awesome. But they go bankrupt in '83, and then in 1998, Analog Man decides, hey, there's not a good version of this on the market, so he releases his chorus. He removes the depth toggle switch and installs the potentiometer here, and he makes some other improvements, which I really like. This is a fantastic true analog Bucket Brigade chorus, and I love it for a spinning speaker sound, like a rotary Leslie kind of vibe. It's awesome. Listen to it. You're gonna like it. In 1994, one of the most confusing, beautiful, mystical, amazing, and did I say beautiful? Yes, I did. Pedals ever created was made. The Klon Centaur Professional Overdrive. It came in silver, it came in gold, and it came with the amazing horsey. Everyone has cloned this pedal in some way or another, even myself back in the day. But the man himself got tired of building them like this. He had trouble re-releasing these in any quantity that would actually do the market any good. And he introduced this in 2012, the KTR Professional Overdrive. I love the saying on the front, kindly remember the ridiculous hype that offends so many is not of my making. It's the only pedal I've ever had that actually said something to me. And for that, I love it. I used it on my board a ton. I still use it on a board, and it is an exact copy of this circuit. It's really, really well done. If you get on a forum or two, people are gonna say it's not the same or whatever. Don't listen to them. It's the same. It sounds fantastic, and I love it. And I just heard he finally started producing this again because it had a little brief timeout. Go get one. Check it out. A lot of dealers have them. Just Google it. That's what Google's for. And buy one of these. Now. And now for our next clone, the Boss RE20. As I was trying to say, our next pedal is the Boss RE20 delay pedal from 1997. That's it on top of an original 1974 Roland Space Echo. Now, the Space Echo is one of my favorite tape delays. It's amazing. I've shown it on other episodes. And that little guy on the top, this is pretty heavy, but that guy on the top right there, covering my face, it is a DSP recreation with tap tempo and all kinds of cool fixins. And I really like it. Let's check it out. It's really heavy. Oh my God, my back. My back. last clone I want to talk about is one that I really wish existed. It's the Lovetone Big Cheese. I've just never seen anything out there for the mass market that replicates this perfectly. So many artists love it, and I've used it and loved it for years, and I guess it's just a dream of mine that it would happen.
But Josh, aren't you forgetting about the JHS Cheese Ball?
Oh yeah, the JHS Cheese Ball. I guess that's why I meticulously replicated every finite detail of this original 1995 Lovetone Big Cheese and did it with precise detail and didn't trust any of the currently available online schematics. Wow, I just totally forgot about it. I guess dreams do come true. Honorable mentions have to be mentioned because there's so many really cool clones of pedals out there. So first up is the new Electro-Harmonix Triangle Big Muff that replicates the original 69. I have a video on this, the Big Muff Shootout, so go check it. I also have a video on this guy. This is an original TS 808, and then you have the Behringer Vintage Tube Overdrive. It's crazy. This is like negative money, and this is crazy expensive. Really, really great replica. The foot switch might break. It's plastic, it might melt in the sun, but it sounds awesome. The infamous Robert Keeley Compressor. He's made about 70 million of these, which is impressive for a boutique builder, but it's a clone of the old Ross compressor with some minor improvements, I believe. Super, super famous in the pedal world. Next is the Shin-Ei or Honey Fresh Sound Super Fuzz. It says Shin-Ei here on the back. This is a brand new relaunch of Shin-Ei in the last few years. These are the original makers and inventors of the old Univox Super Fuzz. You see they've replicated it really well here. There is an ultra rare vintage version that actually says Honey. The brand Honey was only around for a short time, I think less than a year. Shin-Ei bought it, then they say Shin-Ei. They also made these for all kinds of people like Shaftesbury. You can get these with tons of labels. Anyways, check this out. Go to the new Shin-Ei website. Check out this guy. It's amazing octave fuzz. And they also have replicated their original 1967 Univibe. They have a few form factors of it. I really like this one. It's called the Honey Vibe Bro. It has a removable power cable, a bypass preamp switch. It's really, really awesome. If you like Univibes, this is a heavy duty, real deal replica clone of the real original version that they made back in the 60s. Today's record time is brought to you by Nada Surf's 2010 release, If I Had Hi-Fi. It is a record of clones, cover songs. Get it? They're copies of other people's songs. Anyway, it's a fantastic record. They cover bands like Spoon, Depeche Mode. There's even some Kate Bush on this, and it is really, really good. In our jam with the Klon, the KTR, a nod to surf, we actually just want to sound like Nada Surf. So go check this out. Check out their other records. I'm a huge fan. Let me know what your favorite song on this is in the comments, and let me know your favorite covers record, because this one's good, and if you don't like it, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to let you know that next week we will be giving away that wah pedal board from the world's largest pedal board episode. So Don't miss out on that. Your name might be called, you might not be there, and that would be really sad. Also, I want to give a massive thank you and a shout out to our first 100 patrons, people like Bobby Wagner, Kim Thomason, Gary Landeck, JD Winter, Andy Swartz. Thank you so much for helping us preserve these stories of the pedal community so everyone will know them from now until forever. It's really awesome. If you're interested in being a patron, just know that you're going to get a monthly exclusive video. This month, all of our patrons got one where I dove really deep into my notes and interviews that I did regarding the Jason Lamb DoD series. I cover the DoD history, some really cool stories about him. I get into pedal philosophy. It was a blast. You're also going to get exclusive offers to giveaways and merch that no one else has. And all of our patrons knew the subject of this episode before it ever aired. So that's really cool as well. Hit like if you like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon to get notifications of future episodes. Have a fantastical day.